Hello, and I'm sorry about that. My internet went out. As you can see, this video is going to be focusing on this science curriculum that I just got from Academy. I love it. And I'm a person that's all for simplicity, but it's still getting to the meat of the thing, teaching. I'm very into visuals. And everything. So this really, and it's not overwhelming. It's not thick. It's in the thin range. However, the wealth of information that they have in this curriculum is amazing. And the way that they display it, the way that it's presented is very, very, very good. And this particular curriculum is geared towards grades 5 through 8. Um, of course, you can use this for any grade level that you want to use it for, but that's the age that's particularly geared towards grades 5 through 8. You can easily make this, start with this and build on it to make it high school quality with labs and all that. Of course, now this curriculum comes with a lab book too. I don't have that right now. It's supposed to be coming soon from Check Academy, but I don't have it yet. But I was just so excited about this particular one. I want you guys to see it, especially being that the upcoming school year is coming. So let me just get on into it. This is the teachers, really the teacher edition, just have your answers and stuff like that. For those of us who love to have our answers, it's good. But let me just get to why I love this so much. It's basically focused on middle school biology. And they have like different ones. They have biology, chemistry, geology, and those are the only ones I can remember at the moment. But what I like is that it's very, very simple, but it has a lot of information. It has this particular one. This particular one has 10 chapters. So if you're a person that's totally in, Anna Check Academy says she can't wait for me to get my laboratory books. Me too. It has 10 different chapters. And what I particularly like about it, being a unit study mom, I really, really love building unit studies. This makes it so super duper easy for you to build a unit study. Let me pull it down some. You can build a unit study really, really easily with this because how they have it broken down. Let me see, can I adjust this so that you can see it better? Like, for example, chapter 4, when it talks about the parts of the plant, you can actually build this so much so that you can have an entire unit study. And like, if you have an older child, like high school, you can actually go on to dealing with the plant cells and actually having them actually plant a plant. I mean, it's so many different things you can do. And it's already planned out for you. It got all the different things that it's going to be talking about. I love the big fonts. I'm a big fan of words that's big. I absolutely love this. If you have a child that is a reluctant reader, who finds reading not their particular thing, or you have a child that loves comics, look, their choice of reading is like comic books and stuff, and there's nothing wrong with that, but some kids just don't like sitting down reading a literature book. But this will fit both children, in my opinion. A child that really loves to read and a child that doesn't love to read, because the way they present information, it's not overdone to the fact that a child that lacks strong reading, or don't feel confident with reading, they won't feel like overwhelmed with it. But then it's not too small that a child that loves to read, that they won't feel like they're getting dumbed down, if you know what I'm saying. So I love the way they break it down with all the color and how they present the pictures, because I'm a bit visual person in my house. So I particularly love the visual aspect of it. I love that the font is big. I love that the words they want you to particularly pay attention to is in a different color. You don't need to highlight it because, in this section, you're going to be learning about what is biology. It's highlighted. You're learning about all these different things and how they have, in my opinion, to draw your attention out with whatever you're learning based on changing the color. And the kids know that that's something that they need to learn. Look at how beautiful this curriculum is. Like, really? Wow. I absolutely love it. We already did something on fungus or fungi, but I like the way this is presented so much so that I'm going to build on what we already did. And we did classifications too at the beginning of this school year. However, I really like the way they present the classifications of the animals with this, and especially with the definition. So if you're trying to help your child learn how to do research, looking up definitions or how to find answers within the paragraph, because sometimes that can be a little difficult for a child to find answers to questions within the paragraph. You have to like point it out to them or like guide them gently towards the answer, if you know what I'm saying. But the way that they present this information, if I ask him or ask my daughter what is fungi, they can naturally zone in and see fungi and read the sentence right directly behind or that's listed right with fungi, because they didn't know that that's the answer. So they're not so consumed with, oh, I don't know where fungi is. I mean, I know what it is, but I can't explain the technical terms for fungi. Oh, I can't find it, and get overwhelmed and get lost and lose the point. They know what it is. They can zone in because it's highlighted, read the answer, and then they can focus on the meat of what fungi is. They can focus on the whole concept of what fungi is. So, or fungus, whichever one you want to say. Like, I love it. Like, actually, I'm going to have my children diagram this. They're going to have them a whole notebook in which these pictures, because I love the way they do it so much, that they're going to actually trace it, copy it, or look at it and copy it, or put a paper on it and copy it, because I really, really like the way it's presented and how they do it, especially this. They can actually build their own chart just from this. Let's look at the cells, because we are particularly going to be learning a lot about bacteria and viruses and DNA and RNA and atoms and cells of animals, humans. We're going to really dig deep this year. So I also have another biology book that's high school level. So I'm just going to build on all of this, along with these amazing foam manipulatives that I have for Anna Check Academy as well. And Anna Check Academy just said something, but I missed it. Oh, and I love the way that it explains the cells and they equate it to a factory, a small factory. Because when you think about how our cells work in our bodies, it's truly amazing. But the way that they break it down to the fact of comparing it to a small factory, that really helps a child. If your child loves animation, cartoons, or another way of looking at things, this will really zone in and help them understand why and how the cells actually function in the body. Oh, Anna Check Academy said the lab book would have them drawing too. See, I didn't even know that because I don't have the lab book yet, but I will soon. And I'll try to come back and do another video showing you the inside of the lab book because I don't have that yet. Okay, it talks about different types of cells, the nuclei, plant cells, animal cells. That even breaks down with the definitions. This is absolutely amazing. And as you can see, you're talking about some complex things, very, very deep things. But the way they present it is so simple. The simplicity of it is not overwhelming for the child and not overwhelming for the parent who's trying to teach it. Let's be specific, be clear, because some of the stuff that we have to teach sometimes can be overwhelming for us. But the way that they present it is so not overwhelming. It's so fun, and it's not too much. It's not too overdone, and it's right direct to the point. Not all that extra stuff they tell you before they get to the main point. They go right to the main point. It's simple, it's direct, and it's very, very clear on how they present the information. That's what I love. I love that the chapters are not long, but yet they dig deep into the chapter. So you can easily make a chapter last a week or longer based on your unique homeschool. I absolutely, we're going to do this. The seed, we're going to actually plant different kind of seeds and see how long it takes to grow. Wow. I'm like so excited. I'm ready to like do it right now. Like get into this right now because I just love it so much. And like I said, I do have other biology supplements, and I do have a high school level um biology book for my daughter who's going to be in high school biology next year. But we're going to do both because I love the simplicity of this and how engaging and colorful it is, whereas her textbook, eh, it is, but it's not. It's more dry. This is not dry. So I'm going to compare the two, and I'm going to see how I can build the stuff that she has to learn. What is actually the gap between her high school level and this, which I don't feel like it's that much, if any. So I'm going to be doing both of them, but both of these rather, because I actually love it. We actually already did the butterfly life cycle and the frog life cycle, but we're going to do it again. It's nothing like repetition. And actually the kids can go to the lake and get some tadpoles and grow them themselves, because that's what she did before, and she actually did a project on it, but that was a couple of years ago. So we're going to redo that again. But yeah, it's not that long. So if your mom's out there or whoever's homeschooling, and it has a glossary, that's what I want to show you. A glossary in the back. An index. But look, look how simple this is. But yet it's talking about complex stuff. The air cycle, oxygen, carbon monoxide, and it's getting deep. It gets deep. That's what gets me. It gets very, very deep. But yet the way that they present it is so simple and broken down that even a small child, if you was trying to teach a child in kindergarten to fourth grade with this, it's broken down so good, and the pictures will even help the child understand it, even though this is geared towards middle school. But yeah, we are going to, I love the pictures. We're going to be using this next year. My son and daughter, and also I have a high school level biology book that I'll be pulling some stuff from as well. But I just had to come and show you. Oh, and the chat want me to show the teacher one too. Okay. This is the teacher's edition to go with the curriculum. This is a student book, in case you was wondering. This is what you will use. And okay. I'm glad she said this because I kind of overlooked this. For those of you who hate lesson planning or lack the skill to do a lesson plan, you like things laid out for you. And even if you can do it yourself, you just tired because we do so much as homeschool moms and we just need a break sometime. If that's the case, this book is so broken down and laid out for you that you don't have to do anything but teach it. It's so simple, even down to the vocabulary, like the different experiments. They have every experiment that the child will have to do, and they have everything that child will need for that particular experiment. So you don't have to go looking out through the chapter in the children's book and try to figure out, oh, what do I have to do for this project today? What do they have for the experiment? You don't have to do this. Do that. They have it all listed. And what I particularly like about this curriculum is that the ballpark, meaning price point wise, it's very simple things. Most of the things you probably already have in your home already, and the things that you don't have in your home, you can probably get them from the local Dollar Tree, or when you're dealing with fruit, the produce stand, or out of your gardens if you have a garden. It's just so simple. And except like when it says the aquarium, you can like adjust things if you don't have an aquarium. I had one, but I don't have one now. So, you can adjust certain things. And you will need a microscope. So if you don't have one, that would probably be a good thing to get, even if you wasn't doing this. Microscope is just cool to have. And so basically, It breaks everything down, lets you know how long it takes for you to do each relative thing with this. It says text reading will take about an hour. Your experiments will take about 30 minutes. And then it has the materials that you're going to need for this chapter 1 and all the things that you're going to be going over. And then it breaks down all the different things that you're going to be going over, points that you need to cover, answers to the work that's within the student textbook. It has everything laid out for you. So you will not have to worry about, oh, I don't know this answer. Is this the right answer? What you experiment items I need to get for the child? You can literally take this teacher edition in the store with you and get everything that you need. They actually have the drawings and have everything labeled, exactly what is what on these different cells. It has the answer or what your objective is for your particular lesson. It has you don't have the hypothesis because you're going to have to come up with your own hypothesis based on whatever you're doing in the project, because sometimes projects go wrong and you have to write like, okay, we went wrong on this project. So you can write, that's why it's not there, because everybody's hypothesis can be a little different. However, your materials and everything that you need are the same, and your objective will always be the same for the project. And then you have those particular experiments or projects that's not going to take 1 day to complete. It's going to take maybe 10 days for you to complete. So you're doing that observation. The child is learning to be patient, which I need to work on patience. So some of these projects are going to take a while. And so the child has to patiently wait until the end of the project and observe it throughout those days to see how that project is turning out and their observation, their perspective on it. And then they have more writing with the conclusion. And these are some things that they want you to focus on when you're doing a review of that particular chapter. So you review that. So it's basically, they give you your introduction, they give you your different things you need to pinpoint on, your objective for that particular lesson, like the things that you want your child to be able to pull from that particular lesson. They do, and then they have the summary of what the child should have gotten from that particular lesson. So it's really, really good, really thorough, really laid out. You won't have to do anything but teach it and get the experiment materials, because everything is laid out. Of course, this does come with a lab book. So when I get the lab book, I'll show you how it looks. But this is what I have at right now. But I absolutely love it. So if you're looking for something that's simple, but yet complex, but not too overwhelming, has a lot of color and excitement to it, this is a very, very good curriculum. I'm so thankful for Energetic Academy for exposing me to various different curriculum that I wouldn't be able to otherwise have, because I'm on a tight budget. And then when I have a special needs, or not special needs, learning difference child, so I have to do stuff a little bit differently, and that's usually not cheap. So I really appreciate that she shares some of her stuff with our homeschool as well, and exposes us to the different curriculum, because before I had to buy and plan everything, which I like it, but it was getting a little bit more stressful for me, being that the children are getting more older now and require more things for me to do. So now she's showing me or exposing me to these other curriculums that is more laid out, and I love it. And I use them alongside various other stuff that I use, like Thinking Tree and Good and Beautiful and Grammar Galaxy and Story of the World. I really appreciate this exposure. It's really helping me. I also use Learn Math Fast as well. So I am using the skills that I have that with building on, but I'm also using these already laid out ones, which I am loving. I am enjoying homeschooling so much better since everything is a little bit more laid out, and the only thing I have to do is adjust or amend or what I want to do instead of having to sit down and meticulously plan every single thing. So, and it gives me more time that I can do the videos for you guys as well. So I appreciate it. So thank you, Andrew Check Academy, for sharing with Lakeshore Academy ideas. So I'm going to cut this video off, and when I get or receive the lab book for Check Academy, I will make sure to show it to you guys. I know we're going to absolutely love this because I'm already loving it now. And the kids, they saw it and they like, wow, this is so nice. So at any rate, we're going to love it. So this is Tina from Lakeshore Academy. Have a great day. Talk to you later. Bye.